Hi guys, and welcome back. Now, we're almost facing an epidemic in golf where there's so much instruction out there, there's so many details on all the small pieces of the swing that we almost get bound up where we're trying to get a controlled swing. Well, the golf swing is an athletic motion. I mean, just look at Bubba Watson, who's multiple major winner, Jack Nicklaus. Those players are not having every little tiny detail perfectly matched up and all these angles perfectly aligned. And I think sometimes when we get working too much on that, we lose a little bit of our athleticism. So today on our flight scope, I got it out here. I'm gonna hit a couple shots. The first one I'm gonna try to stay very controlled. And a lot of times what I see people doing when they try to stay controlled, my head tries to stay perfectly centered. I try to make this nice, easy, smooth backswing where I'm hitting all my angles. I don't want to have my head move around at all in the swing. And then I want to just control the club all the way on through there. A lot of times what happens is I don't really load up my shoulders. So now I've got an incomplete shoulder turn. I'm not really getting much of a weight shift. I'm almost staying over top of the ball to try to get it perfect every time. It may look good on camera, but we're not going to have that athletic type golf swing that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and hit one here. Let's see my numbers, and then I'll take out another ball, and we'll try to see with a more athletic swing what the distance is going to be. So here, nice smooth takeaway and backswing, very still head. I'm going to try to hit all these positions perfectly. Yeah, it's really even hard for me to swing like that anymore. I mean, I felt like I didn't have any power, and I almost came over the top a little bit, or I did come over the top a little bit on that one. My club head speed was 109. So again, if you're a player out there that has a potential for a lot higher club head speed, maybe you think 109 is as fast as I can swing. We haven't really practiced that. My carry distance was only 223, 250 total distance. So it's not like that would be a terrible driving distance. You know, a lot of people out there are hitting the ball around that distance and just don't realize that they have so much more left in the bag. Now I want you to do a drill to get a little bit more athletic. I want you to do a couple repetitions where we really load up our shoulders. I'm going to make a good shoulder turn all the way past 90, and then coming on through, I'm going to feel like as I start my downswing, I get a little bit of leg bend, and then I extend up. That's what we call the load and explode. I'm loading, I'm exploding up. That's going to help me to turn this grip of the club back up and to get it to whip on through there. As I come on through the shot, now my shoulders are going to be facing what would be in the left rough, and my hips are facing to the target there. So once we've done a few of those, club across our shoulders, now let's go ahead and take the club out. Make a good aggressive swing as we're coming through there. Let's free it up a little bit more though. Let's make it more athletic. What I want you to do now is put your feet together, and as you take a step, we're going to be leveraging the ground, and then as I come on through, I want you to go ahead and let your right foot come off the ground. That's going to help your weight to go forward. There we go. Now we're really picking up some speed, some distance. All right, and I can even hit a ball if I wanted to do that. This would be not very good for excuse me, for accuracy there, but this would definitely, if I'm athletic with this, I should be able to hit a decent shot doing this. There we go, actually right down the middle. Let's see what my club head speed was on that one. That was a much straighter shot. There I bumped up to 119.8, wasn't perfectly contacted. Had about 270 carry distance, 291 total distance. Dead straight though. We just got to bring the athleticism back into the golf game. So don't be afraid to really load up. Your head's going to move around a little bit in the golf swing. Don't be afraid to make a weight shift, to do these things that are a little bit more free flowing. If I'm going to try to hit with some speed, I'm going to have to be athletic when I'm doing that. So let's go ahead and finish this off. I'm going to go ahead and take one more normal swing here, and we'll see if I can catch one pretty well. I don't think we're going to see any amazing distances because we've got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind in our face right now. But let's see if I can make a nice athletic swing and get up around that 300-yard mark. Again, hit it a little too high off the face. That's probably going to be decent club head speed, probably 115, 116, somewhere around there. 118 club head speed, 271 carry, and we got 303 total distance. So go out there, be an athlete that you guys are. I know you have some more in the tank that you can bring out. You've just been limiting yourself a little bit too much. Do these drills. It's going to really help you to boost that club head speed. All right guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an even better bonus for you. If we want to get distance in the golf swing, we've got to get a lot of lag, and then we've got to let that lag go. Well, I've got my #1 lag video. I'm going to play a preview of that here in a second. If you're on a desktop device, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. If you're on a phone or a tablet, click the iCard that's somewhere on your screen right now. That's going to take you to where you can get instant access to that full video. Plus you're going to get 5 videos from our Top Speed Golf system. Never going to cost you a dime. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Click that thumbs up button, that really helps us out. And also remember to subscribe, that way you'll see our newest videos. See you guys in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.